Welcome to Experience Ancient Egypt. My name is Men, and I'll be your guide on this journey through time and space back to the land of the pharaohs. On this episode of Death and the Afterlife, we're looking at a very old and very important ritual called the opening of the mouth and eyes, or the opening of the mouth for short. It was performed on the deceased in order to open their mouth and eyes. This was done for two reasons. The first being that the ancient Egyptians believed the dead needed to eat, drink, breathe, see, and speak in their journey through the underworld and the afterlife itself. The second reason is to release their ba, which is their personality and instincts, from their body in order for it to unite with their ka, which is their vital essence or life force. Together, they form the Akh, which is the most immortal and spiritual aspect of the ancient Egyptian soul. If you'd like more information on this, please take a look at my video titled Anatomy of the Ancient Egyptian Soul. The opening of the mouth ceremony was performed by the chief lector priest, the Kherheb, the Sem priest, and other assistants. They used ritual tools and performed the ceremony within the Gold Mansion, which is a chamber inside the tomb. The ceremony was performed either on the mummy or the statue of the deceased. Because the opening of the mouth has records from the Old Kingdom all the way to the Roman period, there are a few variations. And since I can't list them all, what I'll do is take you through the process as though performed on the statue of a dead king, and then below the video I'll link to other references with more details and examples. Before the ceremony itself were the purification rites. The deceased would be purified using 4 Nemset jars of water, and the priest would recite a spell saying, "You are pure, you are pure, you are pure, you are pure. Your purifications are the purifications of Horus, and the purifications of Horus are your purifications." This was repeated using the names of different gods. The deceased would also be purified using natron and fumigated with different types of incense. The eyes would be smeared with eye paint. And of course, different spells were recited throughout the rituals. Now it was time for the deceased to be reborn. The Sem priest, who was previously lying down in the tomb pretending to be dead, would be awakened. He would then wear a leopard skin garment and identify himself with the god Horus. Then symbolically opened the mouth of the statue using his finger, as Horus had done with his father Osiris. During these acts, the animals that were brought for sacrifice would be slaughtered, including gazelles, geese, and the 2 main bulls. Their killing would symbolize the killing of the dead king's enemies. The hearts and forelegs of the bulls would be presented to the statue as offerings, with the forelegs directly pointed at the lips, transferring strength and power to the deceased. Now special instruments were used to open the mouth and eyes of the statue, and the priest would say, "I have opened your mouth, I have opened your 2 eyes, I have opened your mouth with the instruments of Anpu." Anpu being the ancient Egyptian name of the god Anubis. These instruments include the mescha, which is a ritual axe blade, Pesashkef, which is a type of forked blade, a serpent-headed blade, an arm-shaped censer, and a variety of amulets and offerings. In this scene, you see a priest donning the mask of Anubis supporting the deceased, while another priest performs the opening of the mouth. Mourners are weeping and wailing for their beloved. In ancient Egypt, professional mourners were sometimes used. Interestingly enough, in some parts of Egypt, this tradition continues to this day. Now that the ceremony is complete and the ability to eat, drink, speak, breathe, and see is transferred to the deceased, the ritual has achieved its purpose and is now over. Offerings of whatever the deceased might need on his journey are left inside the tomb.